Yo guys, MrWineguns here today, and this is the third video of my 4-video review on Halo 4. So today I'm going to be talking about the campaign, as you can see, and I'm playing the mission Requiem, which is the second, well third if you class the prologue as a mission, to the Halo 4 campaign. So let's get right to it. I'm not going to try and, if you haven't played the game, don't really watch this video because it will include spoilers and just generally other general stuff like that. So first we'll start with basically how I thought the campaign went throughout the entire game. I basically thought the campaign was very fluent. It was more back to the Halo 2 side of campaign where it kept moving on and kept moving on. Because in Halo 3 the campaign was brilliant, don't get me wrong, but I always felt that Halo 2 had the best campaign that Bungie ever did. And then I think Halo Reach, the campaign kind of stuttered slightly, and it kind of just fell slightly, but I think that was generally because you weren't Master Chief. Obviously this one you're back to Master Chief, and this is obviously the start of a new trilogy, as if you didn't know that this is the first of 3 games that 343 are going to do, so hopefully it should be good. So first I want to talk about the visuals of the campaign. As you can basically see, the graphics on this game have been heavily increased. When Halo 4 was being created, I mean, I heard that the graphics that they used first, the Xbox was not capable of handling, and at the moment the Halo 4 is using the Xbox maximum output that it can do. So who says that the Xbox is proper crap compared to the PS3? Look at it, the graphics are stunning. I mean, look at that. I mean, obviously if you zoom in, that's obviously only 2D, but if that's not really a focus. Look at those. Everything's just works so well in this game. And look at this. I mean, this detail is incredible. I mean, I haven't seen another campaign like this. Maybe Battlefield 3 I've played was slightly close for me, but I've never been a fan of Battlefield, so I never really played it. But the graphics on that were very good. But anyway, so I want to talk a bit more about the campaign in depth and generally go over what happens. So for those of you who played it, Master Chief wakes up, lands on as he wakes up he is surrounded by a Covenant fleet, and little does he know he gets sucked into a foreigner planet called Requiem, which is pretty badass, and that's what we see at the end of Halo 3, where right at the end after the credits, so that you see the ship drifting off in the distance and the light comes, and that was a big thing stated. That was actually Reach. When Halo Reach came out and you see the ship at the end of Halo Reach, there's a big thing saying, oh no, that's Reach, he's landed back there. But it's Requiem, we all found out, and it couldn't have been Reach really because it wouldn't have made any sense really. I'm glad that we found Requiem. So basically Master Chief lands on Requiem, and a big ship called the Infinity, which was a prototype in Halo 3 that the UNSC made, basically follows Master Chief's beacon for help, and it gets sucked in with it as well. But the Infinity is that kick-ass that it doesn't really bother it at all, and it just kind of like crashes, but it doesn't really get damaged that much. So anyway, so Master Chief goes to help them, and basically manages to join up with the Infinity, and there's a bunch of Spartans on there, which is a little kick-ass, but not as cool as Master Chief. And then next thing you know, you meet the captain of the Infinity, who's a bit of a dick really, to be fair. No one likes him, he's a bit of cocky shit, and we don't like him, but anyway, he gets like relieved of command later in the game, and it made me happy in that bit, so it was all good. And then basically you go out and do different missions to try and get the Infinity off Requiem. Oh. And while you do that, you meet someone called the Diadept. He's a crazy, insane Forerunner guy who doesn't like humans very much because he thought that we were meant to kill him. But I'll get into that in a minute. And then so basically he doesn't like you, he starts trying to kill you and everything like that, and he wants to get off and kill all the humans on Earth, which is a pretty simple storyline with the kill humans on Earth thing, but it ends up being pretty kick-ass where you end up fighting against him in the end. Sorry about this, I'm not feeling right good at the moment. So anyway, little do we know, well, we do know, but if people didn't know about this, but it's kind of obvious when you see the trailer. Cortana's going generally crazy, which is called rampancy, and it's basically the AIs have a 7-year lifespan, and since Master Chief and Cortana have been stuck on Forward Unto Dawn, well, half of Forward Unto Dawn for about 4 years, 3-4 years, it turns out that she's 8 years old and she's starting to go wazar. So basically she starts going wazar. You see it affects the gameplay heavily because obviously Master Chief and Cortana have been working together since the very start of Halo 1, and Master Chief couldn't do most of the things he does except for kick ass, but he couldn't do most of the things like destroy the Halos or anything without Cortana. And at the start she mentions it, and occasionally your screen will go blue, like in Halo 3 where she tried to contact you and your screen went all fuzzy and slow and you could see her talking. But in this one the screen goes fuzzy to a point where it goes crazy, and basically she can't really do much. To start the game it's not too bad, it just shows a bit of fuzziness and she goes slightly crazy, but later in it, you've probably seen the clip where she starts screaming at the Infinity Captain and Master Chief because she doesn't want to leave the planet, and she just generally gets worse until the point which, sadly, and if you are watching this and you haven't played the game, please pause the game now because it will ruin probably the story for you. Sadly, Cortana apparently dies, which in my view was a bad move, because I like it how they brought the rampancy into it and they kept bringing it to you throughout the game, saying, oh no, we can take her to Earth and save her. But basically, as soon as I said that in the game, we all knew that she weren't going to get back to humanity. It was, it was very easy to, oh my god, Elite Sword. It was very easy to see that she weren't going to get back to humanity. But then it's kind of a very sad but heartwarming moment at the end when Cortana and Master Chief look at it, finally have their last goodbyes, which I don't think they will be the last goodbyes. I think Cortana is definitely going to come back. Active camo. I think Cortana is definitely going to come back within the next games, and but the ending is very, very sad but heartwarming because you see how close Master Chief and Cortana actually came within one another. So yeah.